The New England Patriots just sent a warning to the NFL. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. It's end of July. Training camp is right here. The season's around the corner. What's there not to like? Hit the like button. Come on. It's not snowing. It's not cold. It's beautiful. Hit the like button. So as you see, we're climbing to 9,000. Help me get there. Takes 2 seconds. So today what we're talking about, again, the Patriots sending a warning to the NFL to not underestimate them. We've already talked about that a lot on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, I think there's a lot of players out there that people in the NFL know are high caliber players. Obviously, Christian Barmore, we're talking specifically line right now. Christian Barmore, Milton Williams, and then Harold Landry III. Then you can get into the secondary and all that stuff. But specifically on that D line, I think you look at those players, and those are a lot of players to worry about. But the thing that people are sleeping on, and that the NFL is not really, I feel like, paying as much attention as they should, is the third-year player, Keion White. Keion White, ton of potential, size, versatility, and going into a system now that is truly going to be to his benefit. And that is a more upfield, aggressive, attacking style that's coming from the Mike Vrabel defensive scheme, as well as the Terrell Williams, what they believe is right. So we're going away from this read and react that has been obviously tried and true for years, but being able to play a more traditional downfield aggressive style of football is going to be in Keion White's wheelhouse. He has said that. He was interviewed. He was asked at training camp, and this is what he said: I love this because this is how I'm meant to play football. This is where I thrive in football. Again, the Patriots right here having this guy being interviewed, showing the NFL like, hey, yeah, we have all these other guys, but we just want you to know, we just want to warn you, this guy right here, he really, truly, when it comes to edge rushers on this team, in my opinion, has the most potential, has a ton of potential. Last year, I sang his praises, and then obviously there was issues with Barmore. The interior defensive line wasn't ideal, and I feel like, I don't want to say his Keion White's play fell off, but I believe he was given more responsibilities, and it was tougher for him. But he did have some great games last year. And so, again, I expect this year to be a breakout year for a player like Keion White. I think there's a lot of potential. And when you bring better players around you, it only makes your play, it only should elevate your play. So again, warning to the NFL, to everyone on the Patriots roster, Keion White's coming. Breakout season. Be prepared. So comment below. I want to ask you, who on defense, offense, whatever you want to pick, who do you think is going to be the biggest breakout player? The least expected person to break out. Who is that for you? I'm telling you right now, I expect a Keion White to have a great season this year. You might say, listen, I think that you're going to see, and I've said this about Kyle Williams, I think Kyle Williams is going to surprise a lot of people. Kayshon Boutte, you might say, maybe it's Jared Wilson in the sense of, hey, you want to go tried and true in the trenches? Boom. What do you think? Comment below. But listen, NFL, I've warned you. I've warned you. Next up, coming out of day 3 of training camp, you look at some of the positives. Positives being, my fault, this dumb screen. Guys, again, I'm a PE teacher. There we go. Last page for you. Let me go back to the last page so you can see that sweet picture of Keion White. Boom. So you know that I wasn't just missing out on you, missing out on everything I was putting. But anyways, we're finally up. We're running. Listen, if this was dodgeball, I could tell you, like, boom, back of my hand, a billion different ways to play, all these different things, a billion different sports. But with technology, sometimes it just messes up. And again, I'm a married guy, 3 kids. It's hard to edit stuff. So I like doing this. It's fun. It's a good hobby. Enjoy the interaction, but it is what it is when I mess up. Appreciate your forgiveness. Anyways, Carlton Davis, Christian Barmore back, though not in 100%, and obviously we're still at the beginning of training camp, but still doing more team drills and activities. Carlton Davis was someone that was kind of seated off to the side, not necessarily participating, obviously, but it's good to see that, especially with his track record of not playing a full season. Christian Barmore, we know all the injuries he is coming from, so it's good to see him. He was doing some individual drills the past couple days, now back in with the team. I'm going to skip over Polk for a second, but then we look at Jacobs really cementing himself, I think, and obviously pads are coming in soon, but cementing himself as a really solid second string option. And remember, that was one of the solid pickups the Patriots made last year off the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos dropped him. We're hoping that he would come back around. They could throw him on the practice squad. Nope. Patriots said, we're going to snag this guy. I'm not saying the man is starting material. I'm not saying the man's the best offensive lineman in the world, but for second string, solid. We need some depth. Jared Wilson getting reps still at the one spot at center as well as at left guard. So again, him cementing himself as depth for that interior offensive line. And then get used to hearing these names, Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas, and Keion White, because that is going to be, you're going to see them out on the field a ton this year. Expect those obviously to be the ones, because that's where they're getting a lot of time at. Now we jump up back, talking to wide receiver, we jump back up to Ja'Lynn Polk. Ja'Lynn Polk once again not participating. I am here to tell you that is not ideal for him. Again, it was muscle stiffness, soreness, it was something around that realm, tightness, I believe. And so for him, every day he misses, it is a detriment to him. And obviously the team, because he's not participating, he's not able to continue to create this rapport with his teammates, the players, as they're obviously playing, doing 11 on 11 and other drills. And so he's missing out. But the glass half full of it is, again, a lot of people, especially on this channel, are very high on Chisholm. And right now, I will tell you, it's Polk, it's Baker, and it's Chisholm. Those are the three, I think, that a lot of people are like, okay, what's going to happen to these guys? Who not all of them can make the 53-man roster. So what is going to happen? Again, I would have told you Kendrick Bourne was on that list as well. I think he is no longer on that list, just because I think they value some more veteran presence. But I could be wrong. And I think he's done some good things so far in training camp. As well for Kendrick Bourne, it's only a benefit to him if Polk sits out, because again, eyes are on Kendrick Bourne. If he's out there doing what he's supposed to, that looks better on him. And listen, Ja'Lynn Polk could come back and just be blowing everyone away. That's possible, very possible, improbable. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. So, again, what do you guys think? I know a lot of you have already said that Polk, the writing's on the wall. It's coming. The Grim Reaper's coming. The Undertaker's coming. We were talking about the wrestlers the other day. They're coming, and they're coming for Ja'Lynn Polk. So we'll see. Again, I wish the best for him, but it doesn't look good on him sitting out, not getting reps, not getting in front of coaches and all that stuff, fun stuff. I'm telling you, that is one of the big storylines I feel like a lot of people aren't necessarily talking about. So comment below, tell me what you think. Keion White, who do you think your biggest breakout player this year is for the Patriots? And don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button. I know it's July, but don't miss out. Season's coming. We'll talk later. Peace.